I think I'm live. Oh my gosh. Okay. No idea if anybody's going to join me. I'm sure this will get recorded, so I'm going to treat this as though I'm just recording a video until I see people join. My heart's going a little bit. This is kind of weird to be doing this. I can't tell if I'm fuzzy. And it may be too late to clean my camera, but it looks fuzzy to me. So I'm going to pardon the wiping of my camera. Oh, that's better. Sorry if somebody saw that. Hey, Emily. Oh my gosh. I'm actually live. This is crazy. Oh, good. I just wiped it with a napkin. It does look clearer. It was looking a little fuzzy, probably because I was talking on it a little while ago and it probably got makeup on it. I'm trying to pull this up in my... I have my laptop. I'm sitting in my car and I have my laptop here and I'm going to see if I can somehow see comments. I don't know how that'll work. I turned the stuff down. So did you really? What did you think of Preston? Please tell me. I don't know how quickly comments will show up. 12 people, 13 people. So I don't know who's on here, but you guys have to say hi. So I know who's here. I'm trying to see if I can see the chat messages on my laptop too. Do you like her? Oh, yay. You'll have to send me a picture. Hey, Deb. Hey, who's here from Wig Studio One? Hi. Brenda, Becky, Courtney, Linda. Oh my gosh, Julie. Hi, Julie from England. That's awesome. Hi, Andrea. All right, I don't know how this will work, so I'm just going to go with it. I honestly have never done anything like this before. Thank you guys who've come on here. I am overwhelmed. I almost feel like crying. I can't believe so many people are showing up. Oh, you guys have just warmed my heart so much. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Pamela. Cindy. Yay. Hi, Cindy. This is so fun because honestly, guys, when I make these videos, I can't talk to you. So I imagine that I'm talking to you, but there's no interaction until you guys comment. And so for those of you who comment on almost all my videos, you have no idea how much I appreciate that. I'm tearing up. This is ridiculous. Thank you guys for being here. This means so much to me. I have no idea how... Oh, thank you. I have no idea how delayed comments are. I know when I've watched some Facebook Lives, comments can be kind of delayed. So I'm doing this on my phone, and I have it in portrait mode. It's sitting on my steering wheel right now. So hopefully I don't bump it and knock it off. But hey, it's live, right? So sometimes comments pop up. I'm afraid to touch my phone and knock it off. And sometimes they go away. So yes, Emily, send me photos. Emily got Preston and she's going to send me some photos. That makes me so happy. Preston was a wig that I had gotten from Wig Studio One to review. Thank you, Andrea. And quite frankly, it was a short style that I would have never bought myself. And so it excites me to get some real feedback from people on what they think of a wig I reviewed, because that's helpful. And the reason I'm live today is because I want to address an issue that is bothering me greatly and that I think is super, super important to talk about. I'm not going to keep you guys for a super long time. I'm actually supposed to be going to the grocery store right now anyway. But this has been weighing on me all day. So I'm just going to get right to it. I'm going to try to watch comments. I just want those of you who just got here to know they pop up and then they go away. So I don't know if it's every time someone leaves a new comment. I don't know how that works, but I'll try to respond if I can see your questions. But what got me here today, and I actually have some notes because I want to respect you guys' time and I want this to be articulate and to the point. I posted a review this morning. Or last night actually, before I went to bed, of some headbands that I had received from Amazon for free. that I reviewed. And I explained that in my video. I explained how it was kind of an odd situation, but I decided to give it a try anyway, just to see how it would go. You know, maybe I won't ever do it again, but I thought it was worth giving it a try. And I received a comment from one of my followers that it's a real problem when people review products that they receive for free. And I don't know if she was just referring to Amazon products or, Deb, you love them. I love them too. And I promise you guys, I am going to wear them with wigs for long periods of time, like all day to work or like on a weekend. And then I will post another review about how they wear over long term. Because I'm not here to get free products, you guys, and just throw them out there. I am your sister who wears wigs, who struggles too, and I'm going to give you honest information. I might come back and say, they're cute, but maybe for 2 hours. We'll see how it goes. But I will give you guys an update. But that's kind of what I'm here to talk about is the comment that was made is that it's a real problem when you review free products that, and again, I don't know if she was referring specifically to Amazon or any free products, but at the end of her comment, she said, it hurts the credibility of my channel. And that got my attention because if I don't have credibility, what do I have? If I don't have integrity and honesty, I don't have anything. And I know people say that all the time. We hear that from politicians all the time. We've become so jaded as a society because people use us all the time. And so you do have to be discerning. But I want to talk a little bit about what her comment caused me to do today and why I thought I wanted to be live and talk about this with you guys. So I did some research this morning to try to determine what information is out there. Thank you, Barbara. And Cindy, I pay some attention to Amazon reviews, but with a grain of salt, and I'll talk a little bit about that. So I did some research this morning to see if there's any data. Exactly, Becky. I will stop having the ability to review things if I don't get some help, and I'll talk about that too. I did some research, and I wanted to see if there's any real data, scientific data, on whether or not people who review products that they've received for free skew their reviews. Okay, and I'm going to link this in the description of this. I believe this chat can get posted as a video on my channel, I hope. And if so, then I'm going to link this website in the description. If not, then I'm going to post another video with this information because I want you guys to have it. But I found a website. First of all, it's really hard to get data. Hi, 42 ALZ22. You just started following me today. Thank you. From East Tennessee. Awesome. And Sheila, thank you. But so I found this website that had some really awesome data. And what was great is that it was scientific data. It's not opinion. Because I'll tell you, I was scrolling and scrolling through the Google search results, trying to find something valid instead of everybody's opinion. And there's a lot of people with opinions on this. And I found a website called Review Meta. Really cool. Hi, Tamara. And I will link it. And they had a video. And then they had a bunch of information. They basically took Amazon reviews and they aggregated them and put them into this algorithm-based computer program, a little beyond me. Hi, Child of Christ. A little beyond my abilities, but they put it into this computer program and it was able to determine if reviews left that were based on free product were higher on average than reviews left for people who just bought the product. And the data showed tremendous skewing to the positive if you receive the product for free. So I had a bunch of questions. One of the first questions I thought of was, well, okay, so maybe the products are skewed because if a company's going to reach out to you to review their product, they must feel pretty good about their product, right? So maybe overall those products are better. Well, they had a way to figure that out. Do you know about Review Meta? I had never heard of them, Emily. I'm so glad I found them. You guys will want to check this out. And so they did take into account I forget how they explained it, but they answered my question with their explanation about products potentially being better overall. Okay, so I read that and I thought, okay, so this is some objective data, not emotional based opinion. And so, but then I started to think more deeply, and this is what I want to encourage you guys to do. Think deeply about this. Yeah, I am live. Hi, Frankie's here. Okay, so I wanted to really think about this because, again, my relationship with you guys is most important. And you believing what I tell you and trusting me is so important. Many of you know I'm a Christ follower. There are a lot of Christ followers out there who talk about following Christ and don't live like it. I don't want to be that person. Jesus is so important to me, and his death on the cross is everything to me. If I can't live my life with the integrity that that sacrifice deserves, then I am nothing. And I would never steer someone willingly, ever. And I can't say I was always this way, but I am now. And so it was important to me to think through this information that I just found, because I want to make sure that I'm not that you guys aren't feeling misled by me. So I thought about this, and here's where my thoughts went. I believe there are two categories of reviews out there, two main categories. There may be more. You've got your written reviews on like Amazon and websites, employer reviews on places like Glassdoor and Indeed, which is my life as an HR professional. And those I would take with a huge grain of salt. They can be very skewed because there's no accountability in those types of reviews. They tend to be anonymous, or people use a handle. And it's just like in, email, it's just like on these boards where people get so nasty with each other and say things to each other that they would never, ever, ever say face to face. Guys, I'm getting really hot. I'm going to turn my car on for a second and open my windows. You're going to hear my car dinging. Sorry, if we're live. And so then so yes, in that sense, I agree. Thank you so much. I agree that you've got to be careful with those reviews. There, again, no accountability, the ability to say something and nobody will know who you are. Again, and if you're not a believer, just stick with me, please. It's not all going to be about that, but I do have to interject here that we're sinners and we are tempted to sin. And so it can be tempting to be dishonest if it serves your own purposes. We have to fight that. And I promise you, I am fighting that. That is my goal in life, is to not get sucked into things like that. But not everybody is there. So you do have to be careful with those type of reviews. The second category of reviews are these type of reviews on YouTube with people who are getting in front of you face to face and speaking to you. I break that also into two categories. The YouTubers who have, maybe they're using a handle, they're not really involved in any kind of a community like we are on our Facebook groups. And so again, that's a little bit of take that with a grain of salt. It's hard to interact with them. So you don't always know what you are getting, And so I'm not saying that there's no validity to those at all, because I won't broad brush anything, but I do say that's another area where you need to be careful. Then there's reviews like the ones I do, my friend Cynthia from Faux Hair Don't Care, my friend Valerie from Loving Wigs with Valerie, my friend, I could go on and on. We've got Taz. There's a lot of people. I don't want to leave anyone out because there's so many and more every day. So those, though, I believe are in a different category. Not that none of us could be dishonest, but it's so much harder for us to get away with that because you're interacting with me. Most of you are in the Facebook groups, and I'm very active in those groups. I'm part of this community with you guys. If I get on my YouTube channel and start misleading you guys, somebody's going to call me out. I'm going to be found out really, really quickly. In addition to that, I ask for feedback all the time. I respond to every one of your comments. I seek feedback in the Facebook groups. So I seriously want to challenge everybody to think critically about this and to not just generalize about something like this, you know, and not because I'm trying to protect my own ability to do free product reviews. That's not what this is about. I'm going to tell you a story that proves that. But because I want you guys to get good information. And the reality is, in the wig world especially, these products are expensive. The headbands I reviewed, they're $8.99, whatever. Most of you, if you make a bad purchase on those, I mean, what is that? But wigs, I have spent, guys, I'm going to admit something here that I have not said out loud to the public. I've spent about $10,000 on wigs in the last year. I am not proud of that, and I cannot continue doing that. We're not rich. I work full-time. My husband works full-time. We don't have a funded retirement account. We have no credit card debt, thank God. But I do have student loan debt. It was irresponsible of me to do that. Completely irresponsible. I can't continue to do that. You guys get a lot from my reviews. You tell me that all the time. In order for me to be able to continue, I will need some help, or I'm going to run out of wigs and I'm not going to be able to help you anymore. But I say that though, because up till now, I've done pretty well on my own. I'm not going to be able to continue doing that. But that said, this is not about free stuff for me. And I have a story to tell you guys. My laptop just timed out. I'm going to log into it. So I've been approached quite a few times lately to do reviews for Chinese wig makers. I've probably had 5 or 6. And I've said no to all of them so far because I can't validate that they're legitimate. And I'm not saying all Chinese manufacturers are not legitimate. I have no idea. But one of the criteria I use is to see if they have a website, see if they have reviews. You know, I'm trying to do my due diligence, because if I'm putting myself in front of you with that information, I have a huge responsibility. And I take that incredibly seriously, guys. If I'm giving you information, I know some of you buy wigs because I have said I liked them. You've told me that. That's a huge responsibility on my shoulder. I do not take that lightly. Some of you, that's the only wig you can afford to buy for the next 6 months. That's a huge deal. And so anyway, so I've done, you know, I tried to do research and I've said no. Well, I had one just recently that gave me, they have a beautiful website. They have what looks like great ability to contact them with customer service. They were very responsive to the back and forth emails that we had. So I agreed to do a review for them. So we were working out what wig to get. They said, go to our website and just pick out a wig, which was another good sign. And so I had questions. They answered them. It was all good. One of the last communications I had with them, and I'm going to call them out because that's my responsibility. The other thing I will never do is keep bad news to myself. And I have said this. I have been asked in the past if I were to take a product to share the good stuff. And if I don't like the product, just send it back. Don't review it. I'm never going to do that. I'm always going to tell you guys, if I get something I don't like, I'm going to talk about it. That's not going to make me popular with people who want to give away free products. So be it. I don't want crap free products. You can keep them. I'm going to tell you guys if I find out something's a problem. So this manufacturer, now the sun's going to come out and make me look all blurred out. This manufacturer, so the first thing she did was say, you know, we'd like to use your video and your pictures on social media and stuff. And I said, oh, well, okay, you know, if I'm going to do this review, then that's fine. It's for you. And then she said something about editing them. So I questioned and I said, well, wait a minute. What do you mean by editing? Help me understand what you mean by that. I don't want you editing anything I put out there with my name on it. Just tell me what you're looking for. I'll make sure to cover that. So then she came back and said, okay, you know, we won't edit it. Well, now I'm a little nervous. I'm starting to have second thoughts. And then she said, okay, that's fine. We won't edit it. Please do not say that you received this for free. Please just share all the benefits. Come again? Okay, so then I responded and I said, I think you don't understand what I do and why I do it. I said, I'm a wig sister. I have hair loss. I wear wigs because I have hair loss. And I do this to help my sisters. And so I have promised that if I receive a free product, I will tell them that I've received it. I can't keep that from them. I will have to share that I received a free product. In addition, I will share everything I can find out about that product, good and bad. If there's bad, I'm sharing it. But I also said that I'm very fair. I don't paint a picture that the product is bad just because my opinion is that I don't like it. If that makes sense. So sometimes we just don't like something. It's not our taste. That doesn't mean it's bad. It's just our preference. It's that way in food. It's that way in everything. And so I responded to them that way. It's been 8 days and I have not heard back from them. We communicated about 12 emails back and forth over the course of 3 days. They got back to me within hours every single time. As soon as I sent them that email, crickets. I've not heard back from them. So I got back to them 3 days ago and I said, I haven't heard back from you. I'd really like to know what your thoughts are on what I said. Nothing. So I'm going to tell you who they are. And if you guys have experience with them and it's been positive, please tell me. I will pin that comment to the top so everyone can see that there is positive experience with this company. But I don't have a choice, you guys. I have to tell you about this because they could be a dishonest company and one of you guys could get sucked in, and I can't have that on my conscience. So the website is Lily Hair, Lilyhair, Lily Hair. If you Google that name, for some reason, it doesn't come up in the top search results. So you have to put it in as the URL, lilyhair.com. Their website is beautiful. It seems like they have good products. Maybe they do. I don't want to bash a company because of one data point. Who knows? Maybe the person I was communicating with went into the hospital and hasn't been back on email and none of their coworkers know about it. I mean, there could be a legitimate reason that they're not getting back to me. And I'll rectify that. I'll pin something at the top of this. I'll put out a video saying, my one experience doesn't appear to be the norm, but I tell you this story because I want you to know what I go through. If I'm going to put something out there with you guys, I do my due diligence as best as I can. And if I couldn't find good information, then I'll be honest if I decide to go forward, which I probably won't. I've done reviews for Wig Studio One. I've been a customer of theirs since my very first purchase. They've been nothing but great to me. Beauty Nook. I've done a review for Beauty Nook. Leanne has been great to me. If there are any kind of things going on with any other of the companies, anyone out there, I'm trying to just base on facts and data that I can find. And if I can't get good information, I'm just not going to put my name on it. I'm just not. And, some people aren't going to want to send me stuff to review because they don't want to take the chance that I'll call them out if there's a problem. That's okay. Because I will. I just will. I would want you guys to do that for me. I can't afford to spend the kind of money that I spent anymore. So either I'm on a budget. I still have some wigs to review that I haven't because I did buy a lot, but I do want you guys to know where I'm coming from. So really that was the whole point of this live, was to talk through this whole, there could be drama around reviewing free products. You guys have to make up your own minds, but ask questions. I mean, you know which reviewers you can trust. You know which ones you don't know well enough. I guess that's all you can go off of. But these wig makers, manufacturers, these wig companies, they use some of us to get the word out because there is no better way to do it. These are expensive products. I personally won't buy a wig that I can't see a review on. I just won't risk the money. How many of you do that? I think they know this. Until there's a better way to get the information out to us about these products, we have to rely on our sisters. Not everybody's comfortable making videos, but you can't rely on the handful to have enough money to keep buying wigs. So there's got to be a compromise here. So anyway, so that was really it. I hope I covered everything I meant to cover. My computer keeps timing out on me. Again, I wrote notes because I wanted to be succinct. Thank you, Deb. I wanted to not waste your time. I wanted to make sure that I didn't go down a rabbit hole or start talking all rambly. I think I mostly got it all out there. And again, that metadata site seemed really good. If there's anything that you guys have questions on, if there's anything that you're concerned about, please let me know. I really appreciate the feedback. And I just want to know, guys, I got your back. As much as I can have your back, I have your back. Cami wigs. Yep. There's a lot of scams out there. A lot of scams. I think, our sisters have really got a tough road here with this wig community because we're in need. You know, I was just talking, so I liken this to my daughter is type 1 diabetes. Stick with me because this isn't type 1 diabetes. Hair loss is not. But my husband and I have talked about that before, and we always say there's never going to be a cure for diabetes. There's too much money in that disease for there ever to be a cure. Hair loss is an area where there's always going to be scams, and it's going to be a hard road for us because it's going to be expensive. It's going to be hard to find products that we can use. We've got to rely on each other to help each other out, give good advice. That's why these Facebook groups are so valuable. I love the Wig Studio 1 group. I love the Beauty Nook group. Wig Wisdom is another great one, and they've got a policy that you can't promote your channels, which makes it hard for me if I do a tutorial because I can't like tell people that tutorial's out there, but I get why that's there, because we need to protect ourselves because we're vulnerable, very vulnerable. So I'm never going to take advantage of any of you. I'm always going to try my best to just be a supportive sister. This is a kind of a mission for a ministry for me. It really is. I have a full-time job that's very stressful. I love connecting with my wig sisters. Hair loss has been a blessing to me because of you guys and the relationship. How many sisters in Christ I have found that I don't have a lot of people like that around to talk about this stuff with when I talk about faith and belief. So that's been a huge blessing, and I so appreciate that. I kind of have run out of things to say on this topic, but I will tell you what I'm wearing. So I've got Orchid on right now, and I meant to look up the color and I didn't, and I can't remember. It's a really red. I don't know if you can tell, but Orchid, I struggle with Orchid a lot, and I have a review that needs to get uploaded because she's really low density and very layered. So I like to wear her up when I wear her. I have a number of reviews just waiting in queue to get posted because I don't want to flood YouTube with like something every single day because I know that's just a lot. But so this is Orchid, in case some of you were wondering. So did I miss anything? Let me see here. Yeah, do you guys have any questions? I mean, the 27 minutes, I appreciate you guys sticking around on a Saturday. Some of you in the East Coast probably need to get dinner going. I need to get to the grocery store. You have Orchid in this color? Yeah, it's such a pretty color. I love these reds, but the style of Orchid is a little bit different for me. But anyway, honestly, guys, that's all I have. If you ever have a question, I answer your questions. Message me on Facebook. I accept friend requests, guys, on my Facebook page. You can friend me. I don't have anything to hide. I mean, you guys are my sisters. You know, I'm hoping that I don't regret being so transparent out there. I use my real name. I don't really hide anything. I know there's risk to that, but I don't know. I guess the risk is worth it to me if I can connect with my sisters and share a little bit of love. There's not enough love in this world. There's just not. It's hard. So if we can bring a little light, I know I need it. I've had a hard time in the past, and I'm blessed now, and I just want to pass that on. Hey, Rachel, yay! Yeah, you'll have to watch the post when it gets posted. Rachel's another sister that I just love, and she's just started doing videos. So if you guys haven't found her channel yet, you need to. I don't remember what it is, Rachel, if it's just your name. So many sisters out there trying to help each other out. She's really great with pictures. And so I plan to do a video on every place I've ever bought a wig, so that you guys can get some good resources on where to buy a wig. I also plan to do a video on, or somehow link all of my sisters who are out there trying to help in various ways, so that you can connect with other really good women who are honest and have integrity. Wig ministry, yes, it's a wig ministry. It totally is. We need more people ministering to us who get it, for sure. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you go. I love you all, and I'm really grateful for you to be here and just hear what I have to say and showing the love. Just showing up, guys. You showed a lot of love today. Thank you so much. Have a really good Saturday. Enjoy your evening, and have a great Sunday fun day. See you guys later.